Okay, all right, you guys. Okay, here we go. Today is Valentine's Day. Oh my God, it's Valentine's Day. Holy moly,
Yeah.
we're having class on Valentine's Day. Okay, all right, let's start with the objective one here. All right, objective one is always going to be set up and warm up. Okay. All right, so first off here, Jamie, we don't know anything about you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm 25 years old and I'm graduated from Sinaklin Widow University. And I got a second class honor. Right now, I am working at the Colgate Palm Olive Company in marketing position with a toothpaste chain.
Okay. Okay. All right. Wow. What are some things? What are some of your interests?
My interest.
Mm-hmm.
My interest. I would like to say that right now I interested about the healthy way, the healthy life. Like I try to be more healthy. I try to like go to exercise almost every day and cook the clean food for myself.
Oh, okay, all right. So she's trying to live this like productive life, guys, right? And so like I always give support for that kind of thing. You know, that's amazing. All right. How are you feeling today?
It's good.
How are you feeling today?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Is a little bit nervous.
You're nervous because the test is coming soon. Yes? Yeah, is that why you're nervous today?
This is the first class of speaking with Kujuk.
Oh, okay. And is that why you're nervous?
And I can't prepare for a speaking class because the last time I prepared for listening, writing,
Yes.
and reading a lot.
Yeah. Oh, and so you feel like you're not as prepared for speaking. Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, because just for the other ladies, right? Alma was in the class yesterday, and she actually did really well, and she had the best response of the day out of everybody. So I can understand why you're nervous. I really do. I'll leave you the quote of the day. We'll start with the quote of the day then. Okay. All right. Quote of the day. I'm a little bit of a dork, guys, so I know lots of random quotes in my mind. There's this guy. His name is Frank Herbert. He wrote a book series called the Dune series, right? And he said in his book, fear is the mind killer. Banana. Okay. All right. Fear is a mind killer. Okay. And so this is something that inside of the book, the soldiers would say it to themselves as they're getting ready to fight, or if there's lots of problems happening, right? And they start feeling afraid. Then they say to themselves, fear is a mind killer. Fear is a mind killer, right? And so it means that when you're afraid, it kills your mind, right? It makes it so that it's hard for you to think about what you should do, right? And so you can start with this concept, right? You say fear is a mind killer, right? And then you think about, what do I have to do next? Right? All right. And that would be the way to kind of go through any kind of nervous feeling. Okay. All right. What do I do next? All right. And then that means that I have to give you other template stuff here. I need to cover PEA with you. I need to cover what, so what, and what's next with you guys as well. All right, those are some formats. Okay. All right. Kunatsuda, what's your nickname?
My name is Matsuda Nonsamdi, but you can call me Min.
Min?
Yes.
Like this?
Yes.
Yes.
No, M-I-N, just only M-I-N, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so I have the three ladies here. All right, and I just need to report to Crew Tube here real fast. All right. Okay, 3 students in at the moment. On standby for the lobby. All right, looking good. Okay, all right. So you guys, we'll go into our warm up today. All right, we'll start with the warm up here. All right. So the song here is going to be "Row, Row, Row Your Boat." You guys know this song? Row, row, row your boat. Yes? No? Jamie, do you know this song?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah, can you sing it for us? It's 4 lines.
Row, row, row your boat. Oh, sorry, I can't sing, just only this.
Oh, only this part. Okay, no problem. All good. All right, row, row, row your boat. I'm a terrible singer, by the way, ladies. All right, gently down the stream, merrily, merrily. And I'll copy this here real fast to make my life easier. Okay, life is but a dream. Okay, all right, so here we go. The way that we will sing this song here, all right, is that I'll start with row, 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 row your boat. All right, you will be the second line, gently down the stream. You'll be the third, and you'll be the fourth. Okay, all right. Nice little icebreaker to start. Here we go. All right, row, row, row your boat.
Down the stream.
Murray, 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 Murray.
Right, it's but a dream.
Excellent. Okay, one more time. Okay, one more time, a little bit faster. Here we go. Row, row, row your boat.
Gentle down the stream.
Murray, 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 Murray.
Life is but a dream.
Excellent. Okay, all right. So one side point for our warm-up, guys, is that if you've ever asked yourself, why do British people sound so intelligent? Okay, why do British people sound so intelligent? And I guess it's connected to the accent and the way they talk. But one thing is for sure is that many of them have lots of songs like this that they learn as little kids. And they learn many different things about English and life through these songs. Okay? And so, well, as you guys move forward in the way that you plan for your IELTS speaking test, right, is the outside of the box approach. Is that you've done really well at studying. You are probably all responsible students. Krujub is an excellent teacher, right? But you're looking for tricks that make your life easier when you're taking the test, right? And I'll teach you 2 of those. One of them we covered a little bit yesterday, right? The first one is with music, right? Is that if you can get your brain to remember phrases, right? Remember phrases, then it's much easier to use when you have to speak, right? So here, when I think of this particular phrase here, row, row, row your boat, right? Gently down the stream. I think of the word gently. It's an adverb, and it's a word that I don't normally see Thais use, right? Yeah. But learning this song makes it so that you can use the word gently, right? Like, here's a few examples. I like to live gently, right? I like to live gently, yeah? And so there are lots of questions on the IELTS test where they'll talk to you about how you live or what you choose to be. And I think in Thailand, we're a bit sabai, right? Merrily, merrily, merrily. Merrily means happily, right? Happily. And so happily is a great word to use. And then you can also swap it with the word merrily, okay? And so that's where you use these songs again to get access to more vocabulary. That's easy, right? And then life is but a dream. All right. But a dream here. I'm not gonna train you guys in using this way, this style here today, but I just want to point out that from little songs like this, you are able to find structure that you can use. Okay, so just to explain the song very quickly, because I always do it in the warm up. Row, row, row your boat is upama, upamai, the metaphor, right? And the metaphor here is that it's live your life, right? Don't try to live someone else's. You live your life. This means row your boat, right? Number 2, gently down the stream. Upama upamaya, stream is life or consciousness, right? And so we're supposed to live gently, not stressfully, right? Merrily, 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 merrily. We should do it happily, right? We should live life happily, right? Not too stressfully, okay? Life is but a dream. This is the complicated one. I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. Everything you guys know about this world is in front of your face, right? The people you see in your life, right? The school you go to, the friends you interact with, right? And then everything that you know about China or America or COVID-19 and many of these things, they exist in the outside world, but they also exist in your imagination, right? Because you don't see it physically, right? And so the great philosophers from 3,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, they'll say that all of this is a dream, right? And so there are a few takeaway points from it, but it's that just don't take it too seriously because fear is a mind killer, okay? All right. And so as you guys are going into this test that's a little bit stressful and you have to talk to a Farang person, you know, it's that when you choose to be afraid but still do what you have to do, and then you choose to focus on something else as opposed to your fear, right? Then everything will get easier, okay? Excellent. Okay, all right, now, reapproy stuff, all right? We got, always have to take a look at the criteria before we start speaking class, all right? Anytime you guys study for a test, always study the criteria first, right? Very, very important, all right? How can you pass the test if you don't know how they grade you, all right? So starting with pronunciation here, you guys are all going for like 6.5 up right now, yes?
Yes.
5 up, okay, all right. And then, okay, hello, Kunatida, how are you today? Noi, right? You know?
Yes.
Okay, all right, cool, right on. I remember, thank God. Okay, all right, good. I have a terrible memory, by the way. Okay, so we're looking at the 4 categories here, all right? And then for me, again, the most important for speaking criteria, guys, is gonna be the difference between 5, 6, and 7, okay? All right, so at 5, for fluency and coherence, right? That means how clear are you? How smooth are you? How well can they understand what you're saying, all right? Is that at the 5 level, you have maintains your flow about 80% of the time, but sometimes you repeat yourself and sometimes you correct yourself and sometimes your speech is slow, right? And when I say sometimes, right, that's gonna be about 20% of the time, okay? Because usually it's like more than 70%, okay? All right, so it's that here, the main difference at the 6 and 7 level, all right, we got Min coming in too, okay. The main difference at the 6 and 7 level here is this one, is willing to speak at length, right? So when you're willing to do something, it means like, yes, sir, I'm ready to go, right? And so that you're willing to speak at length. You may lose coherence at times due to occasional repetition. We're talking about 5, 10% of the time, right? Self-correction or hesitation. Now, at the 7 level, this is speaks at length without noticeable effort or loss of coherence, right? And so that's the key point that you guys are starting to try to practice when you go into 2, practicing for part 2 by yourself, all right? When you're practicing for part 2 by yourself, it's that if I'm going for 7 and up, I should be able to speak for a minute without too much effort, without slowing down too much, right? So that means that the quality of your planning and the preparation that you go into that will be very helpful, all right? Now, looking at the vocabulary category that we didn't look at yesterday, this is where lexical resource is the fancy way to say it, right? And so at the 5 band here, it's that you can normally talk about familiar and unfamiliar topics, but your vocabulary is pretty limited, okay? So the way to fix this stuff and move forward past it is gonna be that you can paraphrase in your own way, right? Not repeating the same words. And then also too, is that you're using everything that Kruju taught you in your writing section of the class, right? Where you have transitions, the different types of words that you can use to use that way that you transit or you transfer between your classes, or excuse me, transfer between what you say, okay? Now here, this is where they start talking about idioms for the vocabulary category, right? It's that less common and idiomatic vocabulary, okay? And so when you guys all think of an idiom, right, what would be the first idiom that comes to your mind? Jamie, what's one idiom that comes to mind?
First one, idiom.
And they can be common, it's okay.
Right now the idiom that's coming. Don't judge the book by the cover.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, all right, good. That's excellent. Okay, do you have an idiom? It's hard to come up with it randomly, right? It is. So I'll show you guys some here, okay? All right, we have here, okay, do you know a blessing in disguise?
No.
No? Okay, a blessing in disguise here. This is a good one, actually. This is a good one. Does anybody know this one? No? Oh, this is all new for you. Okay, all right. We'll do one idiom for today then. All right. Let's go with a dime a dozen then. All right. I'll go with a dime a dozen instead. All right. A dime a dozen is saying that something is common. Okay. Saying that something is common. All right. And so if you say a person is a dime a dozen, then they're very common. Right. That teacher is a dime a dozen. Oh, Jeb, that's painful. Okay. All right. That man is a dime a dozen. Right. That man is a dime a dozen. Okay. What are other things that you could refer to with this? Salespeople, employees, teachers, professors. Those are all things that you could use with the dime a dozen. Clear? Yes? Yes? Okay, all right. Beat around the bush. Do you guys know this one?
No.
No, beat around the bush. Okay, so this is a list of common idioms, right? And I'll show you, I'll send this to you here. All right, so connecting the slide, right, is where the slide says here, uses some less common and idiomatic vocabulary, okay? So one very common one would be, oh, once in a blue moon, or I'm over the moon for this one. I've heard that one quite a bit, yes. And so if you see this, these are common idioms, but then they're asking for less common for the 7 bend. Does that stress you out, guys? Yes. Okay. All right. What's a good fix for this one for you guys then? It's gonna be the quotes. It'll be the quotes. Yeah. You could. Okay. You have a few options with this, ladies. All right. One is that you could study this list of common idioms and then try to start using it. Right. However, these are the common ones. Right. The other one that you could do is that you could start going into brainyquote.com. And you could find more of your less common idioms from here. All right. Okay, let's go with motivational hero fast. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay, we got everybody back. Okay, all right, good. All right, Min, will you please read this for me and explain it? We're practicing paraphrase right now, ladies. All right, paraphrase. Yes.
Just read it or paraphrase it?
Read and then explain.
Read it. Oh,
Read and explain.
it's impossible until it's done.
And then keep it simple. What's it mean?
At the first sight, when we face to the burden or the obstacle, it seems like impossible to do it or done it. But after that, when we done it, it's possible. I don't know how to explain it.
All right, good. I'm done. Okay, all right, good. All right, okay, good night. All right, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Oh, wow, that's Elon Musk. Do you understand this part? The odds are not in your favor? Yeah, you know, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. That was said by Elon Musk. Yes, and the odds part might be confusing. Yes, is that a part you don't know? Yeah, okay, I'll explain it. All right. And so you're an accountant, so that will work. Okay, all right. I will give you an example here. All right. So let's take a look at Tesla stock price over the last 5 years. Okay. Basically, if you bought Tesla stock, right, about 5 years ago, right, it was worth about 1,000 baht, and now it's worth about 24,000 baht. Okay, right. And so the probability, right, the probability that would happen is very low. So we have odds and then we have probability. Right? And so when we have a probability that something is not going to happen, right, then the odds are not in your favor, right? It means that you have a low chance of winning, right? A low chance of winning. And so this is what Elon is saying, right? Does that make sense now? You know? Yeah? You can do it. I believe in you. Yes, does it make sense? No pressure, no pressure. I'm putting you on the spot. Ah! All right, go ahead and read it for me, please.
It kind of makes sense, but it's still hard for me.
Okay, then you can read it and then we'll have someone else explain it. That's okay, right? That's
Okay.
okay.
Read the sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor.
Thank you, nice reading. Okay, all right. Pinatsuda, can you please give me like the basic explanation of what this means? All right, keep it simple.
Explain about this sentence, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but I think when something is important for us, we will try as much as we want to achieve it. But if it's not, we will maybe don't keeping to it anymore.
Good. And then I'll add, even though you have a low chance of success. Even though you have a low chance of success. All right, that's good. Okay, all right. I'm gonna give you a chance to be confident. Okay, all right. I'm gonna give you. This is one from before. All right, here we go. Okay, all right. Read this for me and then explain what it means. You got it. You did it. You have a pass. All right, good job. Okay.
Thank you.
Good, better, best. Never let it last till your good is better and your better is best.
All right, and then I'll say it like an MC rapper. All right, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. All right. Okay. All right. So good, better, best. Level 1, level 2, level 3. All right. Never let it rest. All right. Till your good is better. Right. 1 to 2, and then your better is best. Right. 2 to 3. All right. Very, very simple. Okay. Saint Jerome and then Winston Churchill said this. All right. Can you please explain in your own words what you think it means? And then remember, keep it simple. Any explanation is acceptable, right? There's no bad explanation right now. And you can be wrong. All right. Right, yeah.
I suppose
Good.
Good, better, best, or everything you do is never make you try or low passion until your result is get good or better.
Done. Yeah, you're done. You're done right there. That was good. Very nice. Pan. Okay, very good. All right, pass. Okay, good. All right. Let me see here. Here we go. Okay. All right. Jamie, because this is your first class, I'm keeping it simple for you. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. Sorry. Okay. All right. If you can dream it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can do it. What does that mean?
In my opinion, I think when we have a dream, so like when we have a dream, so everything could happen. Just do it.
Oh, Nike. Okay, all right, awesome. I thought of Nike. Okay, that was good. Okay, all right. So for the ladies that maybe this was a little hard for you, right? The first thing is don't be too hard on yourself, okay? Because it means that you just need more practice with this kind of thing, all right? And the best easy way to practice it, all right, is to go to this website all right, you look for a short quote, right? And then you try to explain it to yourself in a satisfactory way, right? And remember, you should be nice to yourself because you have to live with yourself. Okay, all right, very important. All right, cool. It's a good practice. All right, like traditionally they would tell you to read a book and do the same thing, right? But our lives are kind of busy, so quotes are a little bit better, right? You can also copy it and then Google Translate it for certain key points, but I do recommend only translating the words as opposed to the whole thing because sometimes it's inaccurate. Okay, all right, so that's part one of this exercise. All right, now part two of this is here. All right, how in the world can we apply what we just learned to the speaking test? All right, and let's practice that a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one today. All right, and we're going into, let's go with 2. All right, and you always want to test yourself by being random, right? Test yourself by being random if you can, right? Let's see, for part 1, we'll do that later today, and let's look at part 2 and 3, okay? So here, describe a gift you have received that was important to you. You should say who gave it to you and for what occasion, what it looks like and how you use it, why it is important to you. Okay, so we had a few quotes, right? Number 1 is, if you can dream it, you can do it. We have good, better, best. We have one from Nelson Mandela, and then we have one from Elon Musk, okay? And so we can try to integrate these ideas somehow, some way, right? And I'll show you how I would do it. We also have idioms that we're gonna try to integrate too, right? And this as practice is good. Inside the live test is difficult. You want to be sure that this is common and easy for you, right? Let's do some brainstorming first, all right? So real quick, what was the best gift that each of you ladies got in your life, right? Best gift, best gift. For me, it's this ring, right? This is my dad's wedding ring, right? And it's the only thing that I have from my dad, really, right? That would be the best gift that I got. You guys? And these gifts can be something that's not real too, right? It can be something that's words, right? Or an idea, right? Oh, you guys are all thinking hard right now. Okay, all right. Thinking hard. Okay, I'll help you guys. All right, let me help you here. Okay, how to brainstorm. Okay. How to brainstorm. We have here the best gift I ever got. Best gift I got. All right. The first thing that I would do if I were you ladies would be list the first 3 gifts that come to mind. It doesn't have to be the best, you know, because the limiting factor in brainstorming is where you look for the best one, right? That's the thing that limits your brain, right? So you're gonna first go with, what are the first 3 that come to mind, okay?
For me, it's strawberry cake.
Strawberry cake, excellent. Okay, good. All right, good. All right, I'm gonna try to make a list of 10 real fast, guys. All right, go. Just turn off your mic and tell me. You can keep going, Min. Go for it. If you got ideas, keep going.
Gold necklace.
What now?
The gold necklace.
Gold necklace. Okay, all right, gold necklace. Okay, all right, good. All right, ladies, flowers, food.
I have
Snack.
one question for this.
Uh-huh.
For the best gift, this one should, if I have a board for myself, is it count?
Absolutely. Yeah, you just have to explain it, right? Like the best gift I ever had was the one that I gave myself.
That's
Good. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I think like someone have to give to me only this.
Yeah, that's not a requirement on the prompt, okay? Right? And like it's okay. Yeah. The best gift I ever received was one I got for myself. And then here's one way that you could soften it and make it sound nicer, right? Let's see here. I don't normally get gifts. Gifts or take care of myself well. I tend to think about others more than myself. more than myself. This gift, however, this gift, comma, however, comma, all right. So this is the way that you can kind of open it up here, right? And this is a very native style speech that if you guys see anything in this pattern here, whenever I make quotations, you can try to grab parts of it and remember it, okay? So this is one that I like a lot, right? It's very native style, very natural, right? I do not like to say but because it sounds like an ass, right? And so I will always try to tell my students to use however instead, all right? And so you can start with your subject and then comma, and then add however, and then comma, and then anything you think after that, all right? And that's a nice little thing there. I also like, I tend to, right? I tend to is very useful as well, right? It's not saying that you do it all the time, right? But it's that it's most of the time. I tend to think about it first, okay? Right? And so, you know, like this, you say this by yourself, right? And it will make you look a little bit bad, I suppose, right? But who cares? It's just an examiner, okay? All right, remember that, right? And the other thing, right, is that you can soften it up or explain it with a statement that's with the word normally, right? And then explaining what you do generally, and then going into being a bit more specific, okay? All right, that was a great question. Ladies, every time you have questions, I'm happy to answer, all right, for real, all right? So we're going into this test here. We're trying to figure out how to brainstorm for it and then integrating our ideas, right? I would like to make a list of 10 items and gifts that you guys have gotten in your life, right? We have about 120 years of experience here at least, right? Of life. Go. What did you buy yourself? Jamie, what did you buy yourself?
I just bought the new iPad for myself.
Excellent. Good. Okay, done. All right. What are some gifts that you've gotten in your life? And
The
you guys
birthday,
can
birthday card.
birthday card. All right. Okay. Birthday card. What did it say on the card? Happy birthday? Plus like notes and words. Yes? Oh, is that what was on the card?
Birthday card I ever received from my little sister when I was a child.
See, this is a great answer. Okay, all right. See, not too bad. Okay, from little sister when I was a kid. All right, that gives you an answer right there. All right. From my little sister. Excellent. Okay, good. All right. What else? I need five more. All right. You know, guys. Oh, if it's okay, if you could leave your mic off today, that would be really helpful. It's a little bit yak to like always turn on the mic and off, but if you ladies don't mind leaving your microphone off, that will make it easier to answer questions, right? If you're shy, that's okay too, right? Or if it's noisy at your house. All right, okay, 5 more ideas, please.
10 years ago, my dad gave me a watch that I always keep it with myself.
Okay, wow, I always keep it. All right, see, that's good. Okay, this is good now. Okay, all right, good. I need 4 more, ladies. 4 gifts that you've received in your life.
I think about opportunity
Okay, good. And then
for
who
my
gave you
first job.
first job? Excellent. Okay, see. Okay, all right. Let me help you guys with a few more. What are some gifts I got? Cookies, dinner, and then one more. Last one. Anyone?
Car.
Huh? Flowers?
Car.
It's a car.
A car. Car.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. Okay.
Ladies here don't want a flower.
Silly charm, like- Oh, okay. Flowers, right? Car and flowers. I will say those both. Okay. All right. Good. So, guys, on the gift one, right? It's where in the brainstorming, don't think about what's the best. Okay. Just think about top 3. All right. And then that should get your brain going, and then you should be able to pick instead of feeling nervous about picking the best one. Okay. All right. Now, one other thing I want to point out here is that there's a wide range of categories, right? Very wide range of categories that you can choose from. And so that's what makes it a lot easier to answer as well. Okay. All right. And so I have physical category, right? I got a physical category. I got the food category. I have gifts for ourselves category, right? We have sentimental or emotional category, right? We also have, that's the same category, watch from your dead. So it has emotional connection to you, right? Then you have the opportunity. That's something you can't touch really, you know? And so that's a different category as well. All right, clear? Awesome, okay. Now for me, if I were to try to integrate this blessing in disguise and then this quote right here, right? And this right here, that's going to be really difficult, but I'll show you what I do, okay? The best gift I ever received in my life was this teaching moment from one of my professors a long time ago. It was at a time where I wasn't really sure what I was doing with my life and how to organize my time each day to focus on each task. And he just gave me this quote, right? And the quote was, good, better, best, never rest until your good is better and your better is best. And I loved the never rest part because in my life, I've always been very restless, right? And what that means is that I've always kept on moving around looking for something passionate and amazing to put all of my energy into. And so I liked this concept a lot because it just made me understand that it was a continuation process, right? That it's something that I can keep on going with, right? And so that's why it's such an important gift to me, right? And so that was just like a quick 30-40 second answer, right? But like, it's hard to do something unless you've seen it done first, okay? Right? It's really difficult to repeat some kind of ability or skill without actually seeing somebody doing it, right? So I just wanted to show you there how I integrated an idiom. Oh, I didn't integrate the idiom. Hold on. Even though it wasn't a real gift, it was a blessing in disguise. Because, you know, some people's words, they don't mean that much, but throughout my life, I kept on hearing them and it made it powerful. Clear? All right. And so, yes, I know it's difficult, guys, but that's the thing of where when we look at this, uses some less common and idiomatic vocabulary and shows some awareness of style and collocation with some inappropriate choices. Uses paraphrase effectively, right? And so paraphrase, remember, guys, is to put things into your own words, right? Here, less common and idiomatic vocabulary. It's not something you memorize from a list, right? It's that some awareness of style and collocation, right? It's that you have your own personal communication style, okay? Right? You don't have to magically make one between now and the test, but you use the strengths of your style, okay? Right? And just to remind you again, right, is that you are incredibly logical, right? You're very logical. And when you explain your answers, it's always from like point A to B to C to D, right? Okay. Natsuda, I haven't heard a lot of your answers yet, right? And for you here, it's that whenever you're paraphrasing, you understand the tricks, right? And you know how to set up your topic and you're working on the next part after that. It's fine, okay? Those are your strengths, right? Mint, right? For you, you're going to be you're trying to use like maybe medical terminology, right? Some microbiology terminology as well, a little bit. To be more specific, it would be the logic that you learn from writing research papers, right? Where everything you say has evidence and analysis with it, okay? All right, cool. So yes, awareness of style and collocation. That would be the criteria. Before I move on?
No question.
No.
You guys, okay, all right. So those would be the two main categories here about fluency in Korean and lexical resource, right? Now, I don't want to talk about these ones too much today, but I will just mention it quickly, all right? Pronunciation, you guys don't need to worry too much, right? I will tell you that right now. You don't need to worry too much about your pronunciation, right? Just make sure you're clear. You will be fine, all right? For your grammatical range and accuracy, pay attention to our notes and the little patterns that I use, right? Where that's what you can show, how you can show your grammatical range, right? And like I said yesterday, and I'll repeat very quickly now, it's that if you're only talking in past, present, and future, right, it's going to be very hard to go higher up in levels, okay, in the score. If you're talking in like if and then, or someday, these kinds of tenses, then you should be okay with the grammatical range, right? Just that's the checklist, right? If you can at least use the if and then, right, that will be part of your range, right? The next one will be present perfect, right? You can get really fancy and start using future present perfect, but you give yourself more opportunities for making mistakes, okay? All right, and again, I will send you a link to this criteria here. You guys can study it again if you like. All right, so now we have done some brainstorming and some prep for part 2 here now, all right? I would like you ladies to I'll give you 5 minutes to prep for this actually, right? I'll give you 5 minutes to prep for it. I would like you to put together a speech or mind map for this topic, all right? Describe a gift you have received that was important to you, all right? And today's QC is gonna be a little bit different, all right? It is a little bit hardcore, I'm sorry, but it will be good for you, all right? What we're gonna do is you will spend 5 minutes to brainstorm and prepare. And then after that, you will record yourself answering in 1 minute or 2 minutes, okay? And then if you could send those to the line group, we will QC the beginning of each one of them, right? If we have time, we'll go through the entire video on all of them to look for 3 improvement points, okay? All right, 3 improvement points. Clear? Yes, very practical practice, right? It's the Riaproi way where you can record yourself, see how you're answering, and then look for 3 things to improve, okay? All right, it's a very practical thing. Remember, don't be worried about who you are or how you look on camera because it's always gonna be weird, all right? Clear? If you want to do audio only, I'm okay, all right? Audio only is fine, all right? All right, do you guys have any questions? No? Okay, all right, let's see who's first. Okay, it's a race, right? It's a race. No, I'm just kidding, no pressure. All right, here we go. Okay, good luck, ladies. All right, part 2, right? Just to remember, you have about 5 minutes to prepare, okay? It's that you should speak for about 1 to 2 minutes. I'm okay with 60 seconds for this round, guys, all right? 60 seconds is fine. Okay. All right, you should have an idea of what kind of gift you're gonna be writing about. All right, looking good.
Hay มีคำถามอีก2 ข้อไหมคะ
Huh? Sorry, say what?
Can you show up the question, please?
Oh yes, my bad.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sending the 2 just in case, Kat. All right. Yeah, I think part 2 and 3 are the hardest, right? Part 2 and 3 are the hardest. Yes. Okay. And then you guys have the prompt in the notes in the line group. I'm going to update our notes here. looks like one of you guys are ready. Yes? If you're ready, you're ready.
I know.
Yeah, you're ready? Okay, all right. If you could also record with your phone, right? That would be awesome, all right? And then I will play the video in our class, and then we'll QC it and review it from there. Is that all right? Yes? Scary? No? You can do it. By the way, I'm supposed to take a picture, all right? Everybody, smile. All right, let's take a picture. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay. All right. Now superhero pose. Okay. This is my superhero pose. Okay. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. You guys are hilarious. All right. Min, this was the best one. All right. That was really the best one. Okay. Don't hit me. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. We are recording P Min's response now to the IELTS prompt where it says, describe a gift you have received that was important to you. You should say who gave it to you and for what occasion, what it looks like and how you use it, why it is important to you. We're going for 60 seconds. All right, here we go.
Who's first?
Mm-hmm.
Me?
Yep, no pressure.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to talk about my gift that is very important to me. Last July, I got the strawberry cake from my parents, and the cake is very soft and sweet, and it so really impressed me because this one is my favorite dessert, and it also melt in my mouth. This birthday is very special for me because I never got 10 the birthday cake before, and in the periods of the years I have rarely met my family with the COVID-19 situation. Moreover, I have a lot of work, so I'm not usually come back to see my family. This birthday is the special opportunity for me and my sister to meet up together and talk together. The strawberry and moreover, when I have seen the cake, I feel over the moon because this I really love to eat the dessert, and this cake will fulfill not only my energy but also my heart.
Nice. I like the not only but also part at the end. Okay. All right. That was about like 105 seconds. So you're good to go. Okay. All right. Based on without looking at the recording, right, I would give you about between a 6 and a 6.5 for that answer, depending on how the examiner was feeling. Okay. All right. It was pretty natural. Nice. We'll go through the video again later. All right. Who's next? And then, Min, by the way, you can stop the video and then you can send the video if you like, right? And you can go ahead and take a look at that. Or did you record?
Honestly, I don't know how.
Oh, you didn't record with your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, all right. I will. No problem. I have a solution for that. Okay, all right. It's all good. Okay, I will take care of the recording later.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Yes. Okay, I will take care of it. Who's next? Volunteers, right? Don't be shy. I'm ready for the next person. Jamie looks like she's getting ready. Okay, Jamie, you're next. All right, go. Describe a gift you have received that was important to you.
Okay.
This is a face of a lady ready to go. Okay.
But cannot record.
That's okay. I'm recording already. It's fine. Yeah. On the break, I'll convert it to a YouTube video and then we'll use that to look at the recordings. Okay, no problem.
For the best gift that I had for this year, I would like to talk about my new iPad that I just bought for the last month. I give this one because I bought this one because I decided to buy the electronic device to make me inconvenient to make me convenient to prepare for study master degree. And for I'm sorry, I cannot see the answer the question, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Yes. For my new iPad, it look like the normal notebook, but it's very more convenient. I would like to say it's look like normal notebook, but it's more I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No apology necessary. All right, somebody's there. You can turn off your camera if you like. All good.
It's way more convenient, and I use it every day. And how to use it is just like a normal phone for iPhone. I use it every day for both study and work. And the reason this is very important for me because when I work and I can take note every time that I want, and I won't miss the important thing for my meeting, something like this.
Okay, all right. With the exception of the something like this part, that was a great conclusion. All right, that was good. Just about 2 minutes as well. Okay, nice. I would give you about a 5 or 5.5 for that one. And it's mostly, this is just the first answer here for it. It's because of the range of vocabulary for one. The other one was that you started to go through and you were relatively smooth, but you slowed down in a few points, right? Don't take it too badly because this is probably one of the first times that somebody's like, hey, give me an answer, okay? All right, but it's good practice, okay? Jamie, yes? You can hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool. All right, yes, but we will go through the video and look for specific things that will help, all right? Very nice. Okay, next, let me see here. Who do I choose? I don't like volunteers anymore. Okay, all right. Kun Nasada, you're going to be next, please. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
The best-
Okay, starting in
the
3.
The best gift I ever received is what this my dad gave me for my birthday 10 years ago when I was 16. At first time, the watch came with a clear screen and yellow strap, but now I have to change its strap 40 times because since I have been using it every day, and the skin is so dirty now. This gift is so important to me, so I always use it every day. I always feel like my dad go with me everywhere and every time. Moreover, my dad often teach me that time is invaluable and don't waste it. So this what is the truth that let me realize about his teaching. Thank you so.
That was about 90 seconds. Okay, all right. Thus far, best answer of the day, Cap. Right, best answer of the day. And like, ladies, I want you to notice a few key things that were really good about her answer. Okay, all right. The first key thing that was, don't make that face, Jamie. All right, you're fine. Okay. All right. Okay. It's where one of the best things I liked about your answer was that you remembered what your dad told you and you integrated it into your answer. Okay. And that made it sound like a very, very natural answer. All right. It's that in the beginning of your answer, you were going with each of the bullet points, right? And then trying to explain it the best that you could, right? And then you realized, oh my God, I have to still talk, right? And then you still have this story to tell behind the wallet. And as soon as you started saying your wallet is dirty, right? Like very dirty. After that, you kind of stopped worrying about the prompt and you were just telling the story, right? And once you did that, that's where it started to become really natural, okay? And it was relatively smooth up to the beginning, but as soon as you started telling the story, that was when it got really a bit smoother, Okay. And so the key takeaway point for you ladies is that number one, you can integrate the quotes and practice it. One way you can do it is remember what your parents told you, right? That's very helpful because they tell you lots of things all the time, right? The second thing is that when you're going into these answers, you're always trying to find some story to tell, right? And it's something that I told you guys yesterday too, is that you do not have to focus only on the bullet points, all right? You do not have to focus on that because it is that sometimes it's a little limiting on the way that you tell your story because it's a track, you know? Maybe the way that you tell a story is different, right? And it's not following these bullet points. And again, that's fine, right? Min, do you mind explaining why that's okay? Do you remember from yesterday? It was about the task achievement part. Yes, you remember? No, you don't remember? It's okay if you don't.
No.
No, okay, all right, cool. No, it's okay, it's okay. Here we have here. It's
Oh, the task achievement.
Okay, now you remember. Okay, gang. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so, all right. Okay, so remember, yesterday what we covered was that in the 4 criteria for writing, right? One of the categories is called task achievement, right? And so that means, do you answer the question well, right? Do you answer the essay prompt well, right? Like, for example, if the essay prompt is, many people use technology these days to improve their quality of life. However, some people say that there are cons to this kind of technology. What do you think, right? And the task achievement category is where, do you answer the question well? Do you address both sides? All the writing stuff in there. But for the speaking portion, there is no task achievement category, right? Great, Min, I know you remember, maybe you didn't remember without like just random, like no information, but as soon as you saw the criteria, you remembered, so that was good, okay? All right, awesome. Okay, next, we're moving on here. All right, who's next here? Do you guys want to paper, rock, scissors? Or do we have a volunteer? Let's see here. Okay, all right, we have a volunteer. Oh, all right, okay, all right, very nice. Okay, all right, please describe your gift, please.
The best gift that I ever had in my life is my birthday card. I received from my little sister in my 5 years birthday. She was a little girl about 2 years. The adorable card from my little young sister without the word in that card, just only simply line that look like her hug me, and however is I feel full of love. It's very special card for me until now. I keep it always beside me when I'm in bad time, bad feeling, or when I try for my work, I open the card and it seems he sent me hug, like she besides me in any circumstance. And every time I see the card, it feel like I get better in my feeling. It's very special card for me.
Hey, great answer, great answer. Okay, so, all right, awesome. All right, so one of the things that I wanted to notice or point out as a pattern, ladies, all right, is that Min went first, right? Min went first and she did the best that she could because she was first, right? You went second, right? You went second there. And then you guys were both kind of focusing on trying to answer it in the best way you could, right? You are more of an observer, right? And so you tried to integrate the story as well as the quotation idea, and then you connected it with what your dad told you, okay? Right? And then the 4th round, right? The 4th round was like, you saw that she told a good story and I focused on that. And then you tried to do that with your card, right? And that improved your answer as well, right? And so that's very interesting, ladies, right? That's fascinating, okay? So we're playing around with these ideas. There's a lot of benefit to be working together, especially in a safe place like this, right? You see what's good, you see what works, right? And you're not too worried about what everybody thinks, all right? Okay, cool. Last but not least, young lady, and then we'll take a quick break while I convert the video, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, all right. Last but not least, put down card, last but not least. Less common. Here we go. Last but not least. Last but not least. Last but not least. Go.
Okay, one idiom that I learned from you, good, better, best, never let it less, is make me think about my my best gift. That is my opportunity for my first job. There are two persons that give this job, this opportunity for me is myself and my first boss. Last year, I was a fresh graduate and I never know which job I want to do and I want to learn to succeed in my life. So I try hard to find my job from the internet or anywhere till I found it. And you know, when you are the fresh graduate, you didn't have any experience. So I try to research from my internet about which thing that they do in the job. And I try to keep many information to do the interview and I got it. I got it job. And now I know the way that I want to go about the job for the next future of my life.
Okay, all right, dude, that was so much better than yesterday. Holy moly! All right, awesome. All right, that was good. Oh man. Okay, all right, working it. It's where the story point helps you a lot too, Cub. Right, and like I liked how you're practicing integrating the quote at the beginning. You know, it was connected. It worked. Right, I would take it. Totally satisfactory. You know, and the answer you gave is a lot better than an awkward answer. You know, where like you're stopping or pausing and you're not sure what to say. You know, it is definitely better to keep talking as opposed to like not saying anything, you know, for sure. Okay. All right. Good. Ladies, that was an excellent round of practice. I thought that it was very, very, very amazing. And it makes me feel good as a teacher that you are integrating some of the skills, right? And so that's great. So what I'm going to do now is that I do have to end the call in order to convert the video, right? And that will take about 5-6 minutes or so. I will upload it after that. And then once it's up, I will start the call again and we will review a few points and look for some improvement points. All right. The last thing I'll say here before we go on our break is that when you try to think about exactly what you need, it tends to be pretty limiting. All right. If you open yourself up a little bit more and be natural with what you're trying to communicate, it's always a lot easier. Right. And the example is going to be 1, 2, 3. All right. Is that there was a certain point in your ladies' answers here where you tried to follow what I was giving you, right? But there's a certain point where you just let it go and you try to go naturally. Okay. All right. And that's the part that you're really looking for, right? Is that scientists, they focus a lot for what they're trying to create, right? But artists, it's a little bit more of a passionate thing, right? And so you're trying to balance these two concepts, right? The scientist prepares, the artist delivers. Okay. All right, that makes sense. All right, awesome. Okay, take a break there. I'll send the link again later, ladies. About 10 minutes, use the bathroom, do whatever you have to do. Okay. All right. Okay.